The time we live in is the most connected in history. But rates of loneliness, anxiety, and what experts call a crisis of meaning are going through the roof. We are told to find ourselves, make the most of our lives, and put our own happiness above all else. But what if that very search is taking us away from the answer? What if you don't find purpose inside? What if it's something you build by giving to others and making connections? Beyond the self, finding meaning in service and connection, let's examine the information. The US Surgeon General said in a report from 2023 that loneliness is a public health crisis, with social isolation increasing mortality risk by 29%, which is like smoking 15 cigarettes a day. At the same time, global consumerism tells us that the next purchase, the next promotion, or the next milestone that focuses on ourselves will make us happy. But psychology tells a different story. The self-determination theory says that people have three basic needs: autonomy, competence, and relatedness. We are built to connect with others. Focusing only on me starves a basic part of who we are as people. For example, think about a big personal success, like getting your dream job. The excitement usually goes away quickly unless it's shared or adds to something bigger. That feeling of fading is a sign. The science of changing focus. So, what happens when we look outside? The science is very deep. First statistic. A famous study from the University of Michigan found that regular volunteering dramatically lowers the risk of death by 24%, not just happiness, but also a longer life. Statistical 2. Neuroscientists utilizing fMRI scans have demonstrated that charitable giving stimulates the identical primal reward centers in the brain, the striatum and ventral tegmental area, as monetary receipt or food consumption. We are literally made to give. It is known as the help us high. Acts of service release oxytocin, the hormone that makes people feel close, dopamine, the chemical that makes people feel good, and serotonin, the hormone that controls mood. Serving others isn't just a good thing to do, it's also good for your brain. For example, check out groups like Doctors Without Borders or local mutual aid groups. People who take part often say they feel a deep sense of clarity and purpose, not because their problems go away, but because their view of things changes. Purpose in action, linked the simple, deep act of connecting with others also gives life meaning. It's about going from being a passive consumer of life to being an active member of a community. The 85-year Grant and Gluck studies from Harvard, which were the longest studies on adult life ever done, found one thing above all: good relationships keep us happier and healthier. The most important thing for long-term health is the quality of our social connections. The Men's Shed movement, which started in Australia, helps men who are lonely by setting up workshops in their communities. It's not therapy in a group, it's building and fixing things next to each other. The activity is a way for people to connect, which helps them all feel like they have a common goal. Service, purpose in action, and then there's service, which means using your special skills to help a cause that isn't just about you. This is where passion and giving come together. A study in Psychological Science found that people who see their work as a calling, as helping others, are much happier with their jobs and lives, no matter how much money they make or what their status is. Example 1. Person, Chef Jose Andres. He doesn't just send money during crises, he goes. World Central Kitchen, the group he leads, feeds people in areas hit by disasters. His goal is clear: feed the hungry. It's a skill, cooking, that meets a deep human need. Example 2. Collective, the people who make open source software. Many developers give their time and code for free to projects like Linux and Apache that make the internet work. What are they for? To create and keep up a digital commons for all. How to get started? The practical shift. This all sounds great, but how do you get going? You don't have to go to a disaster zone or start a non-profit. The change is a habit. Step 1. Make small connections. Be fully present with the barista, your coworker, or your neighbor. Ask a real question. Hey, listen. These are the threads that make up society. Step 2. Find out who us is. What group do you feel like you belong to or want to help? In your neighborhood? A field of work? A worldwide problem like ocean health or literacy? Step 3. Give your money. Your money isn't just cash. It's your time, your skills, and your attention. Could you help someone with their studies for an hour a week? Do you have any marketing skills that could help a local charity? Can you just plan a potluck once a month? The ripple effect. The end. We don't lose ourselves when we go beyond ourselves. Instead, we find ourselves in a bigger story. Your act of kindness or moment of real connection sends out a ripple. It makes you healthier, makes your community stronger, and protects you from the hard times that will happen in life. The most important purpose is not a place you get to by yourself. You walk this path by giving to something that will last longer than you. It's the idea that our own light shines brighter when we use it to show others the way. So, I have a challenge for you this week. Don't say, "What do I want?" Say, "Where do I fit in? What can I do with what I already have?" Start with small things. Watch the change. In the end, living a life with purpose isn't about making your ladder taller. It's about making the table longer so that everyone can sit down. Call to action. If this struck a chord with you, please like and subscribe, and leave a small idea for how to connect or help in the comments below. Let's motivate each other. What is a cause that matters to you? Let's talk. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the comments.